So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are diving deeper into the world of PES 2019. The trailer came out yesterday with a lot of information, and that is why we're here. You're going to learn everything you need to know so far about PES 2019 in today's video. So we're going to be looking at the trailer. It was short and sweet. We're going to be looking at some screenshots from the trailer itself, the game modes, what's happening there, the new improvements, etc. We're also going to be looking at a couple of tweets as well. So a couple of things to cover. We're going to dive right in, though, to the release date. So it is coming out sooner. There it is right there in front of your eyes. The 30th of August of 2018. Now that is, pretty much 2 weeks, if not a little bit more than it normally does come out. Last year was mid-September. The year before that was the same. This year, we're getting it at the end of August, so certainly looking forward to that. It's going to come out a little bit earlier in the US, I believe, 28th, 2 days before Europe get it on the 30th, so I'll be playing it, on the 28th, as simple as that. Alright, so let's dissect the trailer a little bit more. Let's have a look at some screenshots that we sort of ripped from the trailer itself. These were done by Carrasco, so big props there, one of the PES Uni legends. So starting off with this, they were showing the new camp. So they had a couple of sort of screenshots going through of showing the new camp itself, very detailed, high quality. These look, they're ripped from the trailer, so they're not going to look the best because things are moving, things get pixelated, but you sort of get the drift. The stadiums, have given a bit of a polish. They've said there's going to be more excitement in the trailer, or not the trailer, but more excitement within the stadium. The crowd's going to be into it more emotion when you score a goal. I really do hope so. I really do hope that, look, you score a goal in the last minute, the crowd are a little bit more excited than when you score a goal in, the first 10 minutes. Moving on, there was a strike by Coutinho. Walloped it, didn't he, into the top corner. Well, I had a look at this in the trailer. The physics did look a little bit different. The ball looked a little bit more floaty. The net physics was certainly different as well. They did look improved. A lot of people go on and on and on about the net physics. So, yeah, maybe they'll be happy for once to see them given a bit of a fresh paint. There's Coutinho himself. The cover start. No longer Barcelona itself. Just going to be the one player of Coutinho. He's got the tattoos, of course, down the arm. He's going to be fully recreated, 3D scan, and he'll certainly look the part. This was a strike, I believe, by Suarez, who kept it low and hard. There's the keeper. Dodgy save. Look, keepers, to be honest with you, keepers last year were pretty solid. They did make some ridiculous saves at times, so there is another look. And the ball nestling into the bottom corner. Then we sort of showed the dynamic weather this year and how that's going to play a role. You can see sort of here you've got a bit of the sun coming in, not all, and then the crowd is in the shady sort of part here. The crowd are also going to be better this year, as in they move more, they look more 3D, more dynamic as well. And then a bit of celebration action here. Coutinho decided, you know what, I'm just going to dive right into the crowd. This guy's struggling to hold him up, and this guy's just gone completely ham, taking off his shirt. This one here, too many pork pies, son. But, different celebrations, so you're going to be able to jump into the crowd. Will you get a yellow card, though? That'd be the question. Certainly a bookable offence. Another shot here of the new camp. Once again, the lighting itself. Take a look at the sun beaming in on the top half of the stadium, where the rest of it is in the shadows. And there's a spot-on example right here. There's the sun, and as you can see, it comes down. So that's going to be happening in-game. Whilst you're playing, the shadows are going to move. It's going to look different from the first half to the second half. If not really going to affect gameplay. When it comes to that, it would just look nice. Then we moved on to sort of David Beckham's reveal. He was just sort of showing his kit. Look at the ball. I never used them myself. You can see the 1995 PES logo. This was the strike from David Beckham himself. You can see the net physics there. They look pretty good, if I'm being honest. The trailer, they had some movement. Nowadays you get those nets that move and some that are a little bit more stiff. Just a quick look at the crowd itself. There is a young Beckham, hands up. I think he looks good. They would have scanned him in, so you look pretty spot on. This was the free kick. What is this? The same one he scored in the World Cup qualifiers in the last minute against Greece, was it? Looks like it. But yeah, he bent that one right into the top corner. Celebrating again in style. There he is. That's sort of an old school English replica kit. Then they had a picture right here of him just standing looking straight. You can see the tattoos. And there he is in game. So there we go. In game, real life. That's pretty good, isn't it? To be honest. I mean, I've got the neck tattoos done. It looks like Beckham, so quality stuff. Then a little bit more of a reveal of the kit itself, more of the tattoos. Yeah, I never realised how many tattoos David Beckham has in his neck until you see these trailers. Some Predators, the old school ball, taking a free kick, the traditional David Beckham-esque free kick, arm out like an airplane, and yeah, there he is. 1 minute he's in game, and he's out of game. Up and over the wall, and finally the power of football. So that is it. That's the trailer wrapped up with some screenshots. Pretty simple, explanatory, and let's move in now to what PES 19 is going to, or PES 2019 is going to have in game. So there's going to be a couple of editions that you can pre-order. I'm going to do this in a separate video, so I'm not going to cover the basis now, but you've got the David Beckham edition and you've got the standard edition. So stay tuned for that. We'll go into some real detail when it comes to that in another video, but that is basically what you have. As we said before, PS4, Xbox One, and Steam is what they're saying right now that PES 2019 is going to be on. All versions will be identical, none better than the other. As we know, the PC finally got an upgrade last year, so that was good to see. Moving down, we've got authentic leagues, new fully licensed leagues are coming to PES 2019. Full details to be revealed soon. I would say around E3 time. In about a month or so, we're going to get more details on the leagues that Konami have snapped up. But there are more coming, so that is good to hear. One of the main things is My Club, okay? The biggest changes to My Club in years: obtain strong players, play co-op or go up against your rivals and compete in PES League. This is a big one. My Club finally has been updated to, I believe, the 21st century, and we'll take a look at that deeper in just a second. We also have Magic Moments, the drama of the beautiful game, more visible and clearly portrayed through the many different playing styles. So individuality, those types of things, dribbling, shooting, have been enhanced, and we'll obviously talk about that in just a second. The beautiful game, we're talking about graphics here, 4K HDR support across all capable platforms. Experience PES 2019's realistic visuals with more clarity and realistic range of colors. Now, if you don't have a 4K TV like myself, then you're not going to be seeing the ultimate upgrade of sort of graphics, but still, they're going to be there. And finally, Master League Real Season. Pre-season featuring the International Champions Cup, improved negotiation for transfers, and more licensed leagues. These three changes will make you feel more like an actual manager. And we'll discuss that as well in just a second. So that's all the main talking points. Let's dive into the first one as we discuss a bit of My Club. Okay, so Konami's big addition, big change is My Club. I'm gonna say it right away. Is they're taking a leaf out of EA's book. Okay, they're going the FIFA route, and I've got no problems with it because FIFA does things right, and I think they do need to use what they do well and incorporate too. They're going to be using these card designs, so that's the main thing right there. They do say the card designs to be updated, so they'll obviously tweak those. I don't know, make them a hexagon, whatever they do, but we're going to be seeing cards. I don't mind it, I really don't. Whatever you use works for me, but yeah, they're modernizing that up. So high-performance players will be introduced to the game depending on their performance in last week's matches. These players will have boosted stats and possibly new skills from a limited time. Strengthen your squad with these special versions of your favorite players or get introduced to new players that performed well. Basically, informed players from FIFA is going to be in PES. Alright, so if Ronaldo's had a cracking week, instead of him being a 91, he might be a 92, 93 with, better shooting, etc. That's what they're saying there. And it's fine. It will keep people coming back online to play the game mode. So there we go. Legend players like Beckham, Maradona, Cruyff, Nedved, Hullet, Maldini and Kyle will appear in PES 2019. New legends will also be introduced later. Okay, good to see, you know. Just looking for the screenshot here itself, you've got Cafu, Patrick Vieira is there, a couple of others, Mateus as well, I believe. So, yeah, Roberto Carlos, there's going to be the legends you're going to see. Legends are important, they're fun to play with, there's something different, and Konami would be silly not to keep using them. And then we got PES League weekly matches as a new feature coming to My Club. Compete against other users within your group, featuring a good balance of people to match up with. Your division and position will fluctuate based on your performance. Various rewards can be obtained if you make it to the top ranking, get new players, strengthen your squad, play matches, and aim for the top. So PES League, what? It's kind of like tournaments. So you can go on there, compete with other players. Basically, look, this is what it's doing. It's giving you an incentive to play My Club more because, you know, you play PES League, you end up getting rewards. And look, people like getting rewarded. You know, where I go to work, if they reward me and give me a bonus each month, it's going to make me work a little bit harder. So, yeah, that's what they're going for in My Club. So those are the main additions. They're going to have new cards, new informs, new players with different skills each week. I mean, maybe some more tournaments, legends. Overall, it's getting a little bit of a makeover. No talk about sort of the auction, how that's going to work, if they're going to even be using it, and if they're still going to be using balls and all that. But I'm sure we'll find that out very, very shortly. Okay, so up next is Magic Moments. So let's talk about those. The introduction of 11 new skill traits that will help enhance players' uniqueness, including Edge Turn, No Look Pass, Control Loop, Dipping Shot, and Rising Shot. These new skills increase the total in-game number to 39. So we've got a couple of new additions there. I'm not quite sure what Edge Turn is, if I'm being honest. I can't say I've ever heard of that move. We obviously know what a no-look pass is, Ronaldinho-esque. Control Loop, once again, I some of these names for skill moves, baffling. I don't know what that is. Dipping Shot, yeah, that's kind of like a knuckleball strike. Rising, I guess, I don't know what that means. I know what that means, but having that as a trait, it seems interesting. What, you can hit it higher and longer? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll wait and see. Player individuality has also been taken to the next level, where skills and strengths are more prominent in impact and motion during gameplay. Alright, so a little bit, you know, enhancement in player individuality. The likes of Robin plays more like himself, Ronaldo, Messi, all that. I mean, look, the more individuality you give to players, the better, obviously, the game is going to become. It's going to be different no matter who you play with. The dribbling animation and fluidity is now based on a variety of factors such as player and ball positioning along the defensive line, precise feint movements to surpass around the sides, and awareness of the close proximity of the opposition while turning. Look, dribbling has always been, I think, one of those things where some people think it's too easy to dribble around players, and it is at times. But look, we'll see. These types of things, especially dribbling, you can't tell until you get the game in your hand yourself or controller and you play it. And then you can find out, you know, just how good the dribbling is. So, you know, I'll take that as a pinch of salt, but we know that dribbling has been improved. A big one for me, though, is the new shooting mechanics. With unique, varied animations have been introduced, including motion of the ball slipping past the goalkeeper's outstretched hands, reactions of the attacker who just slightly missed, and more intense, joyful reactions around the goal area. So what does that mean? More alert AI? We've got reactions of the attacker who just slightly missed, so instead of standing there like a tit, I guess, if you just missed, then it'll quickly be alert. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see just how different the shooting mechanics are. Once again, you really have to get your hands on it before you can tell how different it is. So, we'll see. A significant introduction is visible fatigue, another big one right here, which is rebalanced stamina system. Players will give clear visual indications when they are tired, with their stamina level impacting how they play. How they manage players during a match, or how you manage, should I say, and when you make subs could be the difference between winning or losing. This is big, this is a big point, but the question is, has it been implemented correctly? I don't think stamina has ever been implemented correctly in PES. Haven't seen it enough. It would be nice if you abuse Ronaldo, right, or Messi, and you continually run with him all the time, he's going to get knackered. You don't see it enough now in PES 2018. So if this happens in 19, and it does mean that if you are visibly fatigued, that your shooting is going to be a lot worse, your passing isn't going to be there, you're not going to be as alert. It's going to be a bit of a game changer, especially online. So I'm interested to see there, and I'm interested to see a lot of things, just how interesting this visible fatigue will be. A quick FIFA rip-off right here. Nothing, once again, look, nothing wrong with it. If it works, it works. But they're going to have quick substitutions that will be available when the ball goes out of play. A simple button press will give you recommended changes based on stamina and positioning. No need to interrupt the gameplay during a tense match. Good. Sounds promising. It will be nice to see. Oh, look, Pogba's knackered. Needs a bit of a bath. Let's get him off and bring on Fellaini, of all players. So quick substitutions will be a nice addition. Improvements have been made to make the movement of the ball more natural and fluid or varied. The trajectory of the ball is now based on posture and how the ball is kicked. Also, situations like the ball bouncing off the keeper's body or hitting a defender during a block have more realistic outcomes. Yeah, they've always been a little bit dodgy. Nice to see that they're at least addressing that. So that's basically ball physics have been tweaked a little bit more. It would be nice to see more bend or less bend on shots, because I feel pressing R1 now and curling, they all look the same. It doesn't matter who you are. And then finally, full body touch introduced last year has been further enhanced. How the ball is controlled depends on the surrounding situation, allowing for smoother and contextual trapping of the ball. Okay, well, it's another one that you really have to wait and see just how it is. You know, if you've got a lot of players around you, you shouldn't be able to control the ball as easy as having, 2 or 3 yards of space. So those are really all the sort of the gameplay tweaks, which they're obviously calling magic moments. But we're going to have to wait and see just how good they are when we get a chance to play it. So looking at the beautiful game, just a quick one here as well. It's going to be a long video, but I wanted to go into all the details as much as I could. We've got 4K HDR support, as we say. Experience PES 2019's realistic visuals with more clarity and realistic range of colors. Enlightened software has been used to rework lighting, both natural and stadium-based. Stands and pitches will closely mirror their real-life counterparts depending on the time of day, bringing a more realistic look and feel to PES 2019. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never felt Konami have got the turf right in a lot of these stadiums. They really haven't. You can get mods on PC, sure, that will make them look better, but I think they look too vibrant sometimes and too bright. And the turf on FIFA is phenomenal, so I wish they would try and get that kind of look and feel. But here's a picture of the San Siro. I mean, you can automatically see here, it's a nighttime fixture and the lighting is coming down, the rays are shooting there down towards the field, and it looks good. It's just a screenshot, so you can't tell too much, but that looks nice. Right here is daytime. Obviously, you compare the two, nowhere near as bright, but that's how it should be. You've still got the lighting coming down, but a clear sky, sunny skies. And then right here, another one. Big open top stadium. There's the crowd. Look a little bit more detailed as well, definitely. So there we go. That's a look at those three. Now, another big thing right here is snow is in PES 2019. Can we believe it? Yes, snow effects have been added. Not only will snow appear in the game, it will also affect gameplay. You will need to plan your strategy and make key choices based on the weather. And there it is. Anfield. A look at the snow there. I mean, there is no snow on the field, so I don't know if this is purely a sort of a snowy effect round the field, and, they've just not put any on the field itself. It would look a little bit silly, wouldn't it, maybe? But, hey, at least we know. There's going to be snow in there with rain and, obviously, sunshine, so got a combination of everything else. The crowd has more details and animations added. Also, you'll be able to hear the excitement from the crowd throughout the stadium like never before. Good. Nice to see, nice to hear. Here's a look at, obviously, Dortmund Stadium. One of the nicest ones around, it really is, with the colour they have, with the yellow. It's always full up and packed to the rafters. Got some people on the field here waving the flag, so it looks nice, you know, colourful, vibrant. This is Corinthians right here. Stadium full voice. And another look here at Dortmund. So yeah, look, it looks good. And then finally we have a look at Liverpool coming out. I mean, Salah does need a little bit of an update himself. One thing I was looking at and was sort of discussing with the boys myself was the players' hands. I don't know why everyone has their fingers out. You notice that? Mane's got these big long sausage fingers. Salah's doing the same. Van Dijk's doing it. You've got Firmino over here doing the same thing with Chamberlain. I don't know why everyone has sausage fingers and hands spread out like a keeper. I'm sure they'll fix it, but yeah, kind of interesting. Player models look good though, no doubt about it. Creases in the shirt, rays coming in, sunshine. So yeah, overall looks pleasant. And there we have it. That is a look at everything that we're looking at. So we've got one more here. By focusing on the latest platforms, a dynamic resolution system has been implemented to see all the on-pitch visuals with more details and clarity. So there we go. Another sort of go at the graphics and how they've enhanced those. Alright, and the final point to touch upon here is the Master League real season. Okay, so those of you that are big fans of Master League, what have we really got to look forward to? There's not a lot on this page, if I'm being honest. But we have the ICC Cup in the pre-season. Take part in the ICC Cup before the season begins. Find your best 11, determine your strategy, and finalize your tactics for the new campaign. An improved negotiation system and budget management added a resell and clean sheet option, so that strategy is needed not only on the pitch but also with club management. So honestly, look, if I'm a Master League guy, I'm not really that impressed with this. It's like nothing's really been done. And I'm just being blatantly honest with you. You know, you've got Master League, a big mode of PES that a lot of people play, and we've got literally, 2 paragraphs of text. This is all they've done. I'm hoping there's more to come. I don't think there is, but, you know, ICC Cup's already in PES 2018. You know, we already have negotiations, although they're not brilliant, so hopefully they've improved them some more. I mean, they've added a resell and a clean sheet option. I mean, you could have done that via a patch, to be honest, in PES 2018. So yeah, these aren't new features. These are improved features, as they say, improved. They're not new, so we'll see. I think it's to be the same. No word on Become a Legend as well. Look, there's still more time, but this is what we have so far when it comes to the game modes, and there's not a whole lot here offering for Master League. Okay, so the final thing we are going to do, we're going to wrap this up, is having a look at some tweets that Asim managed to sort of come back with and let us know some information. Alright, so just to sum it up here. This guy asked, "Thank you for your time, Asim. I have a question. Any change in edit mode?" Asim answered, "Nothing to update on regarding edit mode at the moment. But if we do, we'll be sure to communicate." So yeah, I'm pretty much sure it's going to be very similar to last year. It would be a bit silly if Konami started messing around with edit mode and removing stuff and changing stuff. But for now, we'll have to wait and see. Dylan asked, "More and better soundtrack this year?" And Asim answered with, "I think so, fingers crossed." I mean, it's up to you, you know, whether you enjoy the music or not. It's not a massive thing for me. You can always change it. You can always turn it off. You know, put your own soundtracks in there. What is this? Miguel Raggi said, "Is there any hair movement? Handballs? No cutscenes?" Asim answered with, "We'll be talking about and showing off this kind of stuff, i.e. gameplay, soon. Keep an eye out on official channels." So yeah, probably E3 time, I would say. Now that the game is out end of August, it doesn't give Konami a whole lot of time to show the game. Certainly say there will be a demo out at the beginning of August with gameplay to come next month, so we'll have to wait and see. Regarding the places you can play it, he sort of summed up where can you play PES. Is it coming? I think a lot of people basically were asking, is it coming out on the Switch? And he just stated, look, PES 2019 is coming out PS4, Xbox One and Steam PC only. No talk of the Switch. Quite surprised, if I'm being honest. But yeah, features, upgrades and improvements will be the same across all versions unless explicitly stated on our official channels. PES Rumors asked, Asim, a lot of fans are asking, wondering if a dynamic time system has been added this year where a specific time can be set before a match and that time will change within the game, changing shadows, etc. Well, Asim said, so weather and time of day will change and shift depending on settings you have on at the start of the match. So shadows moving across the pitch like you saw in the trailer and change at half time, stuff like that. No specific time can be set though, but it is very cool to see and experience. So yeah, if you put sort of afternoon, you play a game later, you start at 6, it could be light, and then half time it's getting a little bit darker. So you can't set the time, but you can set the time of day, morning, probably evening, afternoon, etc., and see how things change and shift. No talk as, if it will go from sunny to rainy and back to sunny, don't know about those details. This guy asked how much of an improvement has been made to the pitch graphics on the PS4, especially during corners, free kicks and pens. Is there 3D grass marks on the pitch after tackles? Asim just said, thanks to Enlighten, the visual change improvement will be clear to see when you play. So that's what we were talking about earlier. A lot of these visual effects and gameplay, you have to see it in motion, of course, to see if it really is worth the talk, the hype. So there we have it. That is everything you need to know so far, ladies and gentlemen, about PES 2019. It's a long video, I know, it's a whopper, but everything you know will be right there for you. It's out the 30th of August, and we're going to be coming out with some more videos about the pre-order bonuses and all that fun jazz. So stay tuned for that, and subscribe for more for the latest PES 2019 news. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.